In an unexpected turn of events, NASCAR champion Kyle Busch is forced to withdraw from the Crayon 301 race, and emotions are running high. But what has the superstar driver enraged with his new squad, RCR? Is it the track, his competitors, or something else entirely? You won't believe what happens as we go into the drama and get the truth behind Busch's rage against Joe Gibbs Racing drivers. Hold on to your hats on NASCAR Zone fans, because this is one video you don't want to miss. But before we dive into that, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. The weekend proved to be a challenging one for Kyle Busch and his team. Despite having a car that showed promise, unfortunate luck seemed to follow them at the magic mile. The New Hampshire Motor Speedway wasn't living up to its magical reputation for NASCAR drivers this time around. During Stage 1 laps, Busch encountered difficulties trying to move up in the race, and eventually, his struggles led to an unfortunate incident where he hit the wall. This marked the third time over the weekend that he found himself in such a predicament. On Saturday during qualifying, he managed to save the car after hitting the wall, and his team worked hard to repair it. However, this time, the damage to the right front and rear was too extensive to fix, likening the situation to a Humpty Dumpty scenario. However, it's important to note that he wasn't the only driver to encounter such challenges, as hitting the wall seemed to be a recurring issue for some drivers during the final lap of Stage 1. Throughout the entire weekend, Busch faced consistent issues with the right rear grip on the track, affecting his performance during practice, qualifying, and ultimately, the race. The problems persisted, and despite their best efforts, things just didn't seem to work out as expected for the team. One possible factor that could have contributed to the struggles was the use of new tires during the weekend. In a bid to find a better grip, Busch tried a different racing line, but unfortunately, it led to them losing control of the car. Corey LaJoie experienced a similar outcome right after Busch in the same turn, highlighting the challenging conditions on the track. Despite the setbacks, Busch and his team showed resilience and determination. But this weekend at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway was simply not in their favor. The unfortunate did not finish, DNF, for Kyle Busch at New Hampshire Motor Speedway has significant implications for the regular season championship standings. As of now, it appears that Martin Truex Jr. is having a stellar day, leading the field with a commanding performance, and seemingly heading towards a dominant victory with a comfortable margin. Heading into the weekend, Kyle Busch was already trailing both Martin Truex Jr. and William Byron in the regular season championship points. However, during the race at New Hampshire, both Truex Jr. and Byron continued to perform well, earning valuable points by leading laps and maintaining positions within the top 10. This means that not only is Busch falling behind, but he is also losing further ground as the race progresses. New Hampshire Motor Speedway has historically been a challenging track for Chevys, which explains the dominance of the Toyota teams on the day of the race, with Fords also making notable progress. Before the race, Busch had hoped to narrow the gap with the regular season points leader, William Byron. However, the DNF has dealt a significant blow to those aspirations, and now the extent of his slide down the standings remains to be seen. Late-season DNFs can have severe consequences in the regular season championship battle, as every point is crucial for drivers vying for the title. With the competition intensifying, drivers are relentlessly seeking to pick up points whenever possible. Unfortunately, Kyle Busch encountered a challenging situation throughout the entire weekend, and despite efforts to get back on track, it just didn't materialize. Now let's talk about the pole position. Christopher Bell, a driver from Joe Gibbs Racing, has been facing setbacks after disappointing performances in Chicago and Atlanta. However, he was determined to break free from his slump, and his recent achievement of grabbing the Crayon 301 pole position. Looking back at last season, Christopher Bell emerged victorious at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway during the Cup Series race, securing second place during the 2021 Foxwoods Resort Casino 301 event. With his sights set on another podium finish this season, Bell impressively won the pole position in the qualifying stage of the Crayon 301 race. Starting at the front of the grid is a promising advantage for the JGR number 20 driver, who was joined at the starting line by his teammate, Martin Truex Jr., driving the number 19 car, who qualified in the second position. As a result of his recent successes, Bell has made significant strides in the leadership standings. Interestingly, the battle for the regular season title has put Kyle Busch in the middle of the JGR teammates, as he currently holds the third spot on the leaderboards. With tensions running high within the team, the Joe Gibbs Racing camp has now sent a warning to Kyle Busch as they anticipate an intense showdown in the upcoming races. During the pre-race press conference in New Hampshire, Bell emphasized the importance of capitalizing on his strong race car performance for the weekend.
We're in a really important battle for the regular season championship, and there's a lot of guys that are in the hunt, and I have one of the best race cars that I've had all year this weekend. So we need to capitalize on that. We as in the 20 group needs to capitalize on that and score as many points as we can. This is a pivotal race in the race for the regular season championship.
After the loss at the New Hampshire, Kyle Busch revealed some insights. With an impressive track record of 56 victories, 15 seasons, and 2 Cup Series championships, it's evident that Kyle Busch had a remarkable tenure with the JGR team, leaving behind cherished memories and numerous trophies. However, as the 2023 season unfolds, new challenges lie ahead. After parting ways with JGR due to sponsorship issues, Kyle Busch found a new home at Richard Childress Racing, RCR, where he immediately made an impact by securing 2 wins this season. While Busch has settled into his new team, there is one aspect that he looks back on with fondness: his dominant performances at Pocono Raceway. Reflecting on some memorable moments during his time with JGR, he acknowledges their role in shaping his approach to handling adversities on the track.
Just looking ahead to next week, you won 3 of the last 8 at Pocono. Why do you seem to be so tuned in to that track, and do you enjoy the challenge of a track that just can't be perfect all the way around?
Yeah, well, none of us are perfect all the way around. So, the Pocono thing really started about 2014. Me and Dave finally kind of hit on something that was working for us, and then in 2015 with Adam, it really came together, and we were really fast there ever since 2015. So that was obviously with the JGR guys, and so it'd be interesting to see if it translates with me, with the RCR group, being able to go to Pocono next week with our Chevrolet and be fast. But the biggest thing to me is, I don't know, I kind of changed my driving style at the racetrack just a little bit around that same time frame, and I've kind of stuck to my guns on that. The track also was just starting to get its age because it got repaved in like 2010 or 11 or something like that. So, it's really kind of come into its own now. It's pretty bumpy again, lost a lot of grip again. So, it lends itself to being able to widen out a little bit, which is always nice at those big high-speed flat tracks. You want to be able to find your own air, get out of the wake.
Kyle Busch's track record at Pocono Raceway speaks volumes, with him winning consistently for 3 consecutive years from 2017 to 2019, and again in 2021. However, maintaining such a high level of form at the track every year required continuous refinement of his racing approach. Despite leaving Joe Gibbs Racing, Busch has embraced his new chapter with RCR and the Camaro Next Gen car. His performances this season in the number 8 team have been notably impressive. He recognizes the potential of turning the season around and securing a championship win, which could bring positive times for his team, which has faced struggles in recent years. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos on NASCAR updates. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.